do you sense?
It's a city. It's about 7 p.m. in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing a coat down to the knee. Somewhat cold. I am a man, no more than 28 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Tomasino is my name, and yes, I am from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
I am tall, 6 feet 2 inches. I have medium brown hair down to my shoulders, long arms, artistic arms.
Mm-hmm. And look all around you. Where exactly are you sitting? You said there is a fireplace and you're cold and you're wearing a coat.
I just got off the carriage. It is the late 1600s.
Mm-hmm.
I came from visiting someone.
Mm-hmm. And where have you arrived now that you got off the carriage? What do you see all around you?
It looks like Rome. I am going inside my dwelling.
Mm-hmm.
My home.
Mm-hmm. Describe your home.
It is made out of bricks. There are 6 steps to the door. It is rainy. It is cold. It is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to open the door to my house or where I live.
Mm-hmm. Describe the house from outside. You said it's made of bricks. What's the color? What's the texture? What else is there?
Like a dirty, dingy
Mm-hmm.
stone coloring.
Mm-hmm.
All the dwellings are attached to each other
Mm-hmm.
within the city of Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And still much looks like what it looks like today.
Mm-hmm. As you open the door, you step inside. What do you see inside? Describe your home, your dwelling from inside.
There's a corridor, there's an upstairs, and there's the main floor. I take off my coat, then I bypass the living room. I go straight into the kitchen. There is much silence. I turn on the kerosene lamp and I begin boiling water. It's very cold and damp. I serve myself the tea.
You said you sit yourself?
I serve myself the tea. It is
Mm-hmm.
like red tea. I walk into the parlor
Mm-hmm.
and without turning a light on, I sit to sip my tea. I enjoy my solitude. I enjoy the darkness.
Is there anyone else besides you around you?
And if there is,
Mm-hmm.
someone within the house,
Mm-hmm.
I still live alone.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling right now? What are the emotions going through you right now as you sip your tea?
Resignation. I do not understand the pain of this world. Am I sad? I am not sad, but I could be happier. I do not understand the misery nor the poverty that I witness. Am I lucky to live like I live? Perhaps. Can I appreciate my belongings? I can. However, I wish that others lived within the same comfort. I enjoy my solitude and I enjoy my self-silence.
What is the pain and the misery of the world that you're referring to?
Children that are hungry, children that stop you in the streets to ask for money or a loaf of bread,
Mm-hmm.
women that are dirty and wearing broken, torn clothing, homes that lack luxuries and finer details. I cannot comprehend such differences.
Let's find out more about this. What do you do next?
I go back to the kitchen. I lay my white teacup on the counter. I would normally wash it and put to dry, but I'd rather not. I look outside the door that leads to the patio. Why do I look? Customary, just to look. I go upstairs. I have a green rug, a green tapestry rug that will take me up to my bedroom. There are 3 bedrooms upstairs. I have children. I have a boy, I have a girl, and I have a beautiful wife.
Mm-hmm. How many
And
children did you say you have?
I have 2 children,
Mm-hmm.
each one in their room.
Mm-hmm.
I take off my necktie, I shower. From all the things I have, I welcome my slippers, and I wear them as I walk to my bed. I am grateful for my wife, my partner. Her silence is golden to me. I have much reason to be in gratitude. I am blessed. I recognize that, but I do not understand why. I cannot live the joy of having so much.
You said you cannot live the joy of having so much.
That is correct.
What makes you stop, refrain from it?
I do not think it's fair. I do not think it's right. I do not understand the makings of God. I do not understand his decisions in such inequities. Some philosophers call it mysteries. I do not call them mysteries. I just question the whys and the hows, and I wish I could share the glories that I have with those that do not.
Yes, that's a beautiful thought. Let's move along, perhaps to a scene where you're sitting with your family enjoying a meal so you can meet them as well. You're there now. Describe what you see.
Ah, la grande familia, la grande familia. The joys of having a beautiful family, having siblings and relatives, and foods to eat, beautiful gardens, a table with so much food. My father is there. My mama is there. Cousins, children. My children are playing with their cousins. My sister is there. And I just walk into my gardens, happy in contemplation, in gratitude. I do not understand what it is that I miss. I do not understand what it is that my soul yearns for. I have everything I could want. Why can I not enjoy it? A yearning for something unknown.
Mm-hmm. Let's look around at your family and see if we recognize them. Looking into your father's eyes now, since they're a window to the soul. Does your father remind you of anyone from this life? Anyone now?
He does not remind me of anyone, at least not of this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
But his soul recognizes my silence as if he understood, but we do not talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about your mother? Let's have a look at the mother. What does the mother remind you of?
Perhaps sister, but from another lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a sister from another lifetime.
Beautiful. Let's look at both your children. You said you have a boy and a girl. Let's look into the eyes of the boy. What does the boy remind you of?
My little boy is the father I, from this lifetime.
Beautiful. And you go?
She does not remind me of anyone.
That's beautiful. Is your wife at this gathering, at the family gathering as well?
She is my closest friend from another lifetime,
Beautiful.
where we were both male.
Repeat that for me, please.
A best friend from another lifetime, where we were both males.
Beautiful. Thank you. Let's move along. Let's move along and see what it is that you do next. What do you do next?
I am only getting flashbacks of different scenarios of the life that I lead, from the library to the school to the hospital to my home, like a routine between my profession and my family.
Beautiful. Let's go to a time in this life when you're working for the profession that you work for. You're there at work now. Let's see what it is that you do for a dwelling, for a living. You're there now.
I treat the sick and the ill.
You said you teach the sick and the ill?
I treat the sick and the ill.
You treat the sick and the ill. Are you a doctor of sorts?
Yes.
Yeah. Where exactly do you do that?
I'm sorry, please repeat.
Where exactly do you treat the sick and the ill? Do you visit their homes, or is there a place where you go to work?
It's a big hospital. It's actually a new hospital. Very new for during that time. The hospitals were very limited, but being the big city that it is, much advancement it had. So the hospital was a new hospital. Let's call it a facility.
A facility, all right. Beautiful. You're there now. You're there now. Let's see what exactly you do. You're going in there now. Tell me what you see.
I do not understand why I chose this profession. I do not foresee improvement. Or how can I treat the body and not treat the soul of each one of my patients? I understand that this is a self-observation. They come to me with total faith, and I do what I must, but then they only get sick again. Because I understand that their souls are left untreated. Therefore, I just do what I must, for they trust me. But I am not happy. It does not fulfill me. I cannot comprehend this field that I am. I loathe it. I despise it. I do not believe in the medicine that I give. The only thing that brings me peace somewhat are the eyes of hope when they are sick and they come to me for healing. I ask God, if there is a God, allow me to heal their soul and not just their body.
Are there any specific ailments that you heal, or do you just oversee everything?
I am like a family doctor, where I treat all illnesses in general. I am not a specialist. I could not go further, for I did not believe in what they called modern medicine.
Why is it that you don't believe in modern medicine? What is it about them that led you to mistrust or not believe in them?
I could see the soul of their hearts. They were hungry, not just hungry for medicine. They were hungry for love. They were hungry for experiences. They were hungry for life. itself.
Mm-hmm.
But they were grateful. They were grateful for the little things they had. I understand now that it was more of a self-projection, my self-projection onto them.
Mm-hmm.
But I was of what I kept seeing in their eyes.
And are you aware of how you can give them a deeper healing, not just physically, but for their soul as well? Are you aware how you could do that?
And that was my frustration. I only had medicine to rely on. Yes, I gave coins to the children on the streets. I donated my gold to the orphanages. I shared what I had. But I knew the sadness in their hearts. But now I understand that it was my sadness and not so much theirs.
Mm. Let's move along. Let's move along now to the next significant event in this life for you. You're there now. What do you see?
My daughter has given me 3 grandchildren. My son also became a doctor. I don't know why. My mama passed, my father passed. We still live in the same house. I still drink tea in the dark in the parlor, and I still wear my warm, call them shoes, I don't know what to call them,
Mm-hmm.
from the bathroom to the bed.
Mm-hmm. Is your wife still there? Where is your wife?
Very much so.
Beautiful.
Takes care of the grandchildren. They fill the house,
Hmm.
I am content. And I cough,
Cough?
yes. And I will not treat myself to medicine. I refuse to take it.
Why is it that you're coughing though?
I must die of something.
Have you been coughing for long?
It's been coming along.
Mm-hmm.
My wife argues with me every day because I refuse to take medicine, saying it's ironic that I am a doctor and I refuse to treat myself.
Mm. And as a doctor, have you diagnosed yourself to see what it is that is causing this cough?
It's a form of tuberculosis.
Mm.
I have begun coughing blood, and I have not told her, and I will not tell her.
Mm. How did you contract this though?
It was the beginning of tuberculosis, like a virus that was spreading.
Mm-hmm.
Different forms of this virus have gone for hundreds of years. During this time, it was decided it was called tuberculosis. The plague has not started, but I know better. I see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
It will be a virus that will last for hundreds of years in different forms.
Mm. Now that you can see so beautifully, way beyond your physical eyes, can you tell where this virus came from originally?
It's a live germ, very much alive, very much altered from the smoke, the pollution, from the industrial era that was developing.
Mm.
The first contaminants were the cities. The rural areas came after.
Mm-hmm.
It was the disease of the rich. Some, some called it the disease of the rich,
Mm.
but that came after, for in reality, it was the mine workers, the factory workers that were beginning to arise out of the industries and the new machineries, smoke, the pollution, the virus became alive. And those that lived in poverty were contaminated quicker and faster
Mm.
because poverty did not forgive illness. And I am happy to have contracted. For now, I have a reason to feel at one with the patients that I treated. As funny as I hear myself saying, I am happy that I have this disease. I do not worry about my family, for they will be well.
Mm. Going back once more for the disease, for the virus, was this virus an organic virus or was it created in some way? We know it's coming from the pollution, but was it organic? Its creation?
It was all part of a plan, perhaps the first original intention for the industriousness to arise. Perhaps that came from good intentions, so that we may be evolving and bring ourselves into further science and knowledge, including technology. And all that is well. Did they not foresee that the creation of such things would bring about disease, pollution, and that the first ones to suffer would be the poor and the meek and the ones that work such machineries? Perhaps the original intention was true at heart from the beings that inspired us to such grand developments. But I cannot go further into research,
Mm-hmm.
for perhaps I allowed such thing to happen to me.
Mm. Is there not a cure for it yet?
They tried many times, but such disease had to be caught before the process of mitosis would begin.
Mm-hmm.
Once the cell division began, the spreading and the contamination was inevitable. And I knew I had it, and I let it fester. I succumbed to self sacrifice in the name of those that had nothing.
Mm.
I wanted to experience their sadness, their lack of. I cannot comprehend why. Why couldn't I be happy with all my accomplishments? Today, now, I understand. That was my divine mission, but yet I chose to sacrifice myself. Tomasino de la Guarda. How funny and how ironic.
Mm.
Even the last name would have given me the indication that I was to be a guardian, and I just couldn't see it.
You said you recognized your mission. What was your mission that you recognized? What was it?
I now recognized that within my accomplishment, I did bring joy to others. I provisioned for their well being just by being the physician that I was. They came to my office or my room. We had not big offices like now back then, but they came sick, and within days they were well, and they would bring me back payment with apples or cherries or grapes.
Beautiful. So just because you wanted to be one with them and feel what they were going through, you allowed for their sickness to dwell within you and spread?
Yes.
Mhm. What happens next to your practice as you're sick? Are you able to also attend to the patients anymore? Are you able to do that?
No, I did not want to make them sick. I
Mhm.
had already passed the age. I died at 82.
Mhm. Let's go back to the time. Let's go back to the time, the last day of your life here, the last day of your life. You're there now. Describe what you see and who's around you.
My wife is there, my daughter with her grown children. Out of the three, only two were there. My son is there. It was a joyous moment for me, perhaps not for them, but for me it was, because I knew I was going to have another opportunity to do it all again the right way. and I was looking forward to it.
Do you say anything to your wife and children on the last day?
I do not.
So go ahead and take that last breath now. Higher self, please ensure does not feel any pain or discomfort in doing so. Take that last breath and you may leave now. And let's see what your soul feels and senses as you come out of that vessel. Tell me, describe everything you sense and feel.
I am young again. I am young, and I am walking towards what seems to be, or what looks like, a cylinder of lights.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel you have a body? You said you're walking.
I do. I still feel like I have a body,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel so much lighter. I can breathe. I look up and I extend my hand out, and I can see how transparent it is.
Mm-hmm. And you said there is a cylinder of light that you can see.
It's like a tunnel, but if I were to mix my knowledge with the knowledge of now, it's more like a cylinder
Mm-hmm.
of lights.
Mm-hmm.
At the
Beautiful.
end of the cylinder, there is a table, something your new society will call a med bed.
Mm-hmm.
There are beings there waiting for me, waiting for my arrival.
Mm-hmm.
Different heights. They all have long arms, and they are all blue.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them before.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a name for them? Do they have a name that they announce themselves with?
They are known to me as the Arcturians.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
This seems to be what you call my galactic family.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I will lie down on this bed
Mm-hmm.
in order to reconnect with spirit
Mm-hmm.
and remember all that was temporarily erased.
Mm-hmm. Talk me through it. Tell me everything you're going through and feeling and sensing while enjoying this healing and rejuvenation once more. Thank you.
I lie down on the bed. The cylinder on the bed is closed, hovered over me, and it's closed. There is much light, lots of light. And when the bed reopens, I am in my original form. My hands are blue. My body is blue. I am like my galactic race family.
Mm-hmm. And in this form, do you feel male or female or both?
I feel of masculine energy. They say they have another task for me,
Mm-hmm.
but that I have to decide if I want to embark on that next journey.
Mm-hmm. What is that task?
1728, 1728. Something about a cold war, much hunger, destruction, more than poverty,
Mm-hmm.
total destruction in every way. I am short. I have no hair. What am I? I work for the government, planning, devising, creating situations. Why would I accept such a role? I do not like the things that I am doing. Why would I accept such a role? I do not understand that I have a choice. I feel like a victim of circumstance and injustice. I don't even look how I look physically. My life ended short in that time.
Mm-hmm.
I was bombed. The place where we were working was
Mm-hmm.
bombed.
Now, this life that you're viewing right now, are you still with the Arcturians? And how are you viewing it? Are you already in the life, or you're viewing it from before you choose the mission?
I'm viewing it as I materialized into it because I did take the offer.
Uh-huh.
I took the mission, but it ended, and I was glad to be back home.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I have to go through that cylinder,
Mm-hmm.
and a med bed is waiting at the end of the tunnel. I sit in it, I lie in it again, and upon waking, I am like my brothers and sisters.
Is there anywhere else that you go after the med bed and once you're like your brothers and sisters? Is there anyone else that you meet before you take on the next mission? Anyone specific of significance to you?
We live life. We live life with much beauty and what you would call sparkle, much color. We also had stars and seas. We lived with love and harmony, with much acceptance and understanding.
Yes. Would you like to visit and take a glimpse of your planet of origin, your home?
That is my home planet.
Mm-hmm.
I am now in my home planet.
Beautiful. You said you have oceans and
We have similar oceans to yours. We also have a star. We are families. We live like families. Incarnating on earth is a choice.
mm-hmm. Is there ever a time when you refuse to take on a mission or decline a mission?
I have accepted all the missions that were given to me.
Beautiful. And are there other planets or other areas or dimensions that you go to apart from Earth?
We can visit other neighboring stars for counsel, to share knowledge, but I have never chosen to incarnate in others except for the Lyran planet.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Are there any key characteristics of Arcturians that you'd like to share with us? What are the strengths that they bring along with them when they incarnate on Earth?
An insight for divine knowledge, a natural intuition that stems from the heart, a natural discernment, a skill for discernment, for the good intentions abide around us in the planet that we live. It is an always smiling planet, and I can only speak to you from those that are close to me and my experiences. I am not aware if there are other dualistic
Mhm.
brothers or sisters.
Mhm. And what dimension is this planet on?
Our dimension is on the seventh planet, on the seventh dimension. We
Mhm.
exist, I exist in the seventh dimension. There are other Arcturians from the sixth dimension.
Mhm. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is there anything else that you'd like to do here, or it's time now to call in the higher self?
We can conclude. I
Thank you.
thank you and I appreciate you.
Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. It's been my honor.
Likewise.
Blessings and love to you. Can I please speak to the higher self now? Greetings.
How did you know?
I just felt you in my heart.
Greetings.
Greetings. Thank you and welcome. As you know, I honor you, respect you, love you, and I'm infinitely grateful for you.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So it was time. How can I be of service to you?
Thank you. If I may just have a confirmation of your name once more.
I am Lilith.
Thank you, Lilith.
I rise from the ashes. I sleep on the fires. I dwell on the lands. But I can also see the lights and the stars that you see with your eyes. Be at rest, my child.
Mhm.
I am Lilith.
Thank you, Lilith, and a very warm welcome to you. Thank you. I feel your love in my heart with all the connections I've had with you. Thank you. If I may ask questions related to the lives that were shown to her today.
Where would you like to start?
Uh,
What would you like to question?
the first life that was shown to her of a doctor in the 1600s, where he had everything that would make someone happy, with a beautiful family and abundance. Yet he felt a loss of a certain something which he wasn't sure of. What was the purpose of that life, and what were the learnings from that life?
He missed a point. He missed a point while he was alive. He couldn't accept the life he had. He couldn't accept his blessings. He thought he was doing justice by disapproving of his accomplishments. It had to take this session for him to realize that he did accomplish a mission by helping others. But because his self-conception of what accomplishments were, he could not accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he chose to incarnate in another time where it was so negative for him. He went back not fully in appreciation, not fully understanding. You see, this vessel has had more than that type of incarnations here, not understanding the injustices of society, wanting to bring with her that which she has in her home planet, the sense of joy, the sense of equality for all, the sense of goodwill for everyone and everything. And that has been the yearning that she has felt in all her lives or lifetimes.
As that man, then, he chose rather, to not accept any medication for his illness because he wanted to experience the suffering of the others. What were his lessons from that decision that he took?
He thinks he did the right thing, but he created other timelines for himself where he was ill. But in his projection, he thought he was bringing justice.
By continuing to suffer like other people?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Could he have chosen differently, as we all do create timelines? Could he have chosen to heal himself and continue on that journey as a doctor? Would that have been a different ending to that life?
That would have been the perfect ending, but don't take my words for granted, for there is no perfection.
Yes.
As you know, perfection lies in the eye of the beholder, and that perception can be right or wrong to the one that lives the timeline. So there is no judgment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, beautiful. And anything you want to share about the second life of this person that she did not understand why, again, it was a male, I believe, why this person took on the role working for the government, and there was war and a lot of destructions, and got bombarded again, and the life just ended short. What was the purpose to that life?
He accepted that role. Again, it was offered to him. You see, things are not offered just because. There is always a reason, a divine reason of why you are offered an opportunity to incarnate. There is always a divine reason for it. He was offered that time and he accepted that lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he would bring justice by being born within the circumstances that he had. Notice he went from looking like the perfect male, if you want to call that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking as a woman now. He went from such a good looking man, and I will put all my judgment aside, but the truth is the truth, and you've asked a question and I will answer it. He went from looking like the perfect man into looking like a penguin of a man, half the size, no hair, bald, small. I do not think you would want me to continue with my adjectives. He chose that life because he wanted to experience the other side. He wanted to experience what it was to be in lack. Even so, he was born into a family of poverty. and he accepted a role of employment working for a government that had other intentions by using him. One thing led into another, and he became just as despicable as the government that was bombing all the people that he wanted to help in the other lifetime.
Mm.
He went from one extreme to the other, thinking that would answer his questions.
Mm. Does he now see the bigger picture of both the lives intertwined and how?
Now he does.
Mhm.
Now he sees. Now he realizes that the realization comes to the being when they return home.
Mm.
In order for that man, that doctor, to realize in that timeline that he was, to have realization that he fulfilled his mission, that is what these sessions contribute. This is how these sessions help to unify those timelines.
Beautiful. And can we have a conclusion to the second life as well? Does he see that as well as a learning or lesson? If you can summarize it for him, Lilith.
He chose the experiment and he understands it now. Now he also understands why he made all the choices that he did and why he became a follower. Well, he could have been a leader. Now he understands all the self-loathing and all the self-hatred. They both understand.
And are they both carrying that grief and trauma from those lives in the heart now, at this moment, in this vessel, to be healed?
And that, my sister, is the key. You have asked the key question. There are other times as well for this illness not only stems from those two lifetimes, there are other times as well. But bringing these onto the surface will greatly bring relief and understanding and acceptance.
Mm-hmm.
We thank you.
Thank you. It's been my honor. Would you like to share with her maybe quick glimpses? I know she's such a wonderful, beautiful Akashic reader herself. If you could share with her, as we have to really learn our lessons before we completely heal ourselves, so we don't repeat them. Would you like to share maybe perhaps synopsis of other lifetimes where she could have brought trauma to her soul, to her heart and her lungs, be it smoking, drinking, drowning, any of those cases whatsoever that we can heal today?
The essence of healing disease in the lungs is living with expectations. That is the root to all illnesses of the lungs. Expectancy, dreams, unfulfilled dreams, a desire to breathe in life and enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
We can bring in this moment those two specific lifetimes, but I am bringing into her awareness that this particular illness, and may all those who have ears to hear and listen, the root to the disease of the lungs is false expectation. When you expect more than you receive, feelings of deception, wanting more out of life than what you are receiving.
Mm-hmm.
I am being told by other divine beings that that is what I can reveal at this time, because those other lives where those feelings arose, if that can be understood.
Yes, that's beautifully. Thank you. And just one more clarification, since you mentioned expectations, is it expectations from others towards us, or it could be our own self-expectations from ourselves, where we feel that we're disappointing ourselves?
That is correct. It's all about self projection and how you examine the things around you. It's putting yourself on the bed in lay terms and having things happen to you because you expect they will. It's hoping to see things in one way and believing they will happen in such way. It's really the inability of observing the reactions of others when you are around. It's the absence of not being fully conscious or present within your state of mind and in your thought.
That certainly is helpful. Thank you, Lilith, for that. And today is a beautiful day. We will channel heal all of those aspects of her. Do you suggest, Lilith, at this moment, is there anything else, sorry, that you'd like to share about those two lines, or can we move on to a body scan?
I could do the body scan, but I have other beings here that are waiting to fulfill their roles.
Yes, beautiful. How about you join them? Or they join you?
Let's say this, I will watch them.
Thank you. I know she's a powerful scanner herself, she's a powerful third eye. So my suggestion was, if it is okay with you and if you'd like it this way as well, since you are leading the healing in the session today, Lilith, would you like to scan her body and heal her completely, and then we take up the questions that she has for you?
So you would want me to say what I find in her body scan?
That's correct. So I wanted to know if you think it is okay for us to first body scan, heal her, and then speak with you about ask you the questions that she has for you in the end.
I
Low
think
vibration.
idea.
Thank you, Lilith.
I will stand by watching as my brothers do their job.
Thank you. And which brothers are coming in for the scan today?
We have Michael, there's Metatron, and of course, Halo will never miss this. So.
Yes, I did see Halo in the beginning of the session as well. Thank you. So I welcome their energies. Let's have Archangel 4 and Metatron, Archangel Metatron, to come along together as one energy. If they can be here with you now, scanning you, call upon you, brothers, Michael, Halar, Archangel Metatron. Greetings.
I am Metatron. I am present among you.
Sorry, would you repeat that?
I am present among you as Metatron.
Thank you, Metatron, for being here. I honor you, respect you. Thank you, and I love you. Thank you. If we may start scanning her body now from head to toe, all the way from the crown, and start looking out for anything which is inorganic and not meant to be here. Starting with the archons, any negative alien fractals, any hooks, portals as well, Metatron, if you can start closing portals. Thank you.
There is a portal in the ether on the left-hand side that needs to be closed.
Okay, can you close that, Metatron? And when did that portal open?
During an interaction, a social interaction.
And what caused it?
Actually, it's a hook. Halo is examining it and he's saying it's a hook.
It's not a portal, it's a hook?
It's a hook that came in through a portal that she left unattended. Let's give her the responsibility through a social interaction. It was a public place. There is no consciousness attached to the hook, so it can be Fire Phoenix.
Okay, I will go ahead and send Phoenix Fire to it.
Metatron, continuing the body scan.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Has the hook been transmuted, hook and portal?
Yes.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. What do you see next?
Eyes, right eye.
You said you see red eyes?
No, right eye.
Okay, what is in the right eye?
Implants in the right eye.
Okay. How many?
One.
One.
It looks like an eyeball, like a mechanic eyeball.
Okay. How did it appear here, Archangel Metatron? How did she get this implant?
By looking, she likes to observe. She just has to remind herself that when she observes, she must shield
Yes.
There's a lot of energies floating about in the day of today's, as you well sisters know.
Yes. Thank you. Is it a very recent one? And while actually asking you questions about this, may I start sending Phoenix fire to the mechanical eyeball?
Very good. We can go ahead and seal that.
Thank you. Archangel Raphael and Jesus Yeshua, if you can start filling in healing love light energies wherever we are healing and whatever we are removing, please. Thank you.
That is confirmed. That has been confirmed. The throat.
The throat, yes. What's in the throat?
So the throat is an accumulation of energies. She emits a lot of energy during sessions. That is not what I am clearing. What I am clearing is the accumulation of material substance that goes about through her throat, from the esophagus through her throat.
Mm-hmm.
It is a reaction to the environment that has been confirmed. But I will go ahead and scan for implants, portals. She has some lingering energy in the back of the neck, which may be fire phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
So let's clear that out.
Yes. Sending Phoenix fire to the back of the neck now. Yes. And while you're working on the throat, Archangel Metatron, I did see a black gooey mass in her throat moving, pulsating. What is that black gooey mass?
Can we clear that out so I can see in?
Sure. I'm sending source love light there so we can see clearer.
Okay, it is a hook in her throat. It's a hook in her throat.
Okay. And when did that hook, or when was that hook implanted?
It's more environmental.
Okay.
It's definitely environmental.
Archangel Metatron, can you explain environmental hooks and environmental infringements, please?
Environmental infringements are infringements that are lingering in the air as a source of pollution. Pollution is fake, it is created, it is not organic in nature.
Okay. Thank you. Sending Phoenix fire to the hook in the throat now. And continue to send Phoenix fire to the back of the neck.
We have lingering energies in the back around the portal aperture.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be go ahead, and Archangel Raphael is saying that he's going to embalm that area around that hole. He's going to embalm that area in order to soften the skin.
Yes, thank you, Archangel Raphael, for doing that. And I'm continuing to send Phoenix fire to the back of the neck and to the throat to transmute the hook, Archangel Metatron. What else do you see, Archangel Metatron?
The hook is attached to an implant. The hook in the throat is attached to an implant.
Sending Phoenix fire to the implant as well, Archangel Metatron. Where is the implant? Is it also in the throat?
It is right where in men, it's where the Adam's apple is.
Okay.
That is what gives her that tickle.
Okay.
Calls it a tickle.
Mm-hmm.
But in the wee early hours of the morning, it makes her clear her throat of so much phlegm production. And it's always in the wee hours of the morning.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. While I continue to send Phoenix fire there, what else do we have that we can heal right now?
Scanning every organ in her body.
Mm-hmm.
You can send some fire phoenix to the heart area. Or it lays heavy with burden.
Yes.
And doubt and questions.
Yes. Sending Phoenix fire there to heal her heart and transmute anything that's not for her highest good.
It is her intention to seek her other selves in order to heal and to bring unification to herself. She understands and she is well aware of her existences, not all of them, but at least the ones that she acknowledges. She understands that there are other realities in other life forms. She does not deny these. Her intention is not to communicate with those, but she respects them. She wishes her love to all. She wants her goodness to be in all and in everything, including all the other realms, realities, and dimensions of all time. Her good-heartedness will keep her protected, but we stand by her at all times.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, Archangel Metatron. Thank you for sharing that. Anything else that comes to your attention, Archangel Metatron? And we continue to send healing energies to her heart and transmuting the inorganic matter. Thank you.
In the back, where the lungs reside, you will fire phoenix all the black matter that is attached to both lungs.
Yes. Sending Phoenix fire to the black matter attached to both the lungs. I did see black patches in her lungs.
Correct. It has been confirmed.
Thank you. Also, one of the lungs is shorter than the other, Archangel Metatron. That's what she was told medically.
They are both small. They are both small. So we will blow in life. We will blow in life into both lungs.
Thank you.
Restore the size as appropriate for her age and her size.
Mm-hmm.
We have discovered there is an entity matter lying underneath the right lung. We shall go ahead.
What sort of entity is it, Archangel Metatron? Is it a regular entity or is it a negative alien fractal?
It is a very old and ancient early life form of the original Anunnakis in their dragon form.
And is it positive polarized or negative?
It is negative.
Mm-hmm. May I request you, Archangel Metatron, to please encase it in a symbol that's meant for negative entities. Thank you. And how many are there, Archangel Metatron?
It is one.
Okay, thank you. And I will speak with the entity shortly, maybe after the rest of the scan. Would you like to continue the scan now, Archangel Metatron?
Under the rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
Under the rib cage.
What does she
On the
have?
left, she has two small.
What does she have? I'm sorry.
They are archons, so you must bring in the correct containment. There are two.
Yes.
And they are gray in nature, but they are small grays.
You said there are two archons and they're grays?
They are the two small sized grays.
So grays as well as archons?
Grays are a form of archons.
Okay, I get that. Thank you. Can you please place the symbol for the archons around the grays? Archangel Metatron, can we start the process of removing them? Would you like me to send Phoenix Fire?
Yes, you have to send Phoenix Fire, for they have metal strings that are piercing into her auric field.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. They have been removed.
Thank you.
You must bring in the dragons to remove these two eggs and take them to the bottom of the sea.
Okay.
You can fire the metal strings.
Okay.
And we are asking Archangel Raphael to fill in the hole.
Yes. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for filling in the hole with your love light. And the dragons that you are calling upon, Archangel Metatron, do you have a suggestion for what type of dragons? Is it source dragon?
These are source dragons, yes.
Okay. So the grays have been converted now into two eggs, you said? Is that what it is?
Yes, they are converted into two eggs. The dragon takes them to the bottom of the sea.
Thank you. If I may call upon the source dragon to please take these two eggs to the bottom of the sea as directed by Archangel Metatron. Thank you. Thank you. And Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling in love light there. Archangel Metatron, if we can continue the scan. Thank you.
In the sacral chakra,
Archangel Metatron, if I may just go back, can you tap back? When and how did the gray archons arrive in her body?
2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
seating posture,
Mm-hmm.
during work.
Mm-hmm. And was she shielded or not shielded?
No, back then she was not shielded.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any reason why these have been hidden from view so far in the numerous healings she's had?
They're small, number one, and number two, they were hiding under the rib cage.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm glad we got them today. If you may now continue scanning Archangel Metatron, any other archons, negative aliens, any inorganic matter. So if you can look for negative hooks, negative cords, negative contracts, implants.
In the sacral chakra.
What does she have there?
Just energy. You can go ahead and fire Phoenix.
Okay, sending Phoenix fire to the sacral chakra. Archangel Metatron, if I can quickly circle back. The hook and the portal, has it been closed and transmuted? That was in the ether. That's been taken care of, right?
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
And the right eye, you said there was an implant, which was like a mechanical eyeball. That's gone as well? Thank you. And how about the substance in her throat that came through the esophagus? There was a hook and an implant there in her throat.
That was cleared with your Phoenix fire.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. And we were also working at the back of her neck. Archangel Raphael was embalming it, and we were Phoenix firing the residual energies. Has that been completed?
Yes.
Thank you. And her heart, how does the heart look right now?
She has her father's fire in there.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. You mean source?
Yes. It is halo.
Yes. Halo's
Alchemy
fire.
in the heart.
Beautiful.
And she has. Very good.
Beautiful. Thank you for confirming that. How do her lungs look? There was black matter in her lungs.
They are green now.
Okay.
They are green. I do not see the black residue. I just see green. Archangel Raphael confirming green is life.
Yes, that's beautiful. And are you going to continue working on restoring her lungs to the correct size? Is that something that will happen today, or does it take time?
There are still other lifetimes that she must integrate.
Mm-hmm.
2 took place today. There are 2 more that are coming to surface.
Mm-hmm.
For the time being, these 2 healings of today will suffice.
Thank you. Let's do that now. Let's just start healing these 2 lives that was shown today. What else do you see in your scan, Archangel Metatron? Anything else we can take care of in the scan? Before I speak with the Anunnaki dragon form there.
Checking for her root chakra.
Thank you.
Checking her outer first layer of auric field. I have completed my scan. If you wish to bring in another being to continue the scan or conclude the scan, you are more than welcome to do so.
Okay, I do want to check one more thing, Archangel Metatron, with you. On her crown, does she have any sort of a netting?
You do mean a negative netting?
Yes. I felt I saw a silver netting. I just wanted to confirm.
You must devise the question in another way, because she does have a crown on her crown.
Okay. Is there any? Yes. Is there any inorganic matter in and around her crown chakra? Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. What is it, Archangel Mike?
And it's a draconian, yes.
It's a draconian, you said? And how many?
One.
Thank you. If you can encase it in a symbol, Archangel Metatron, please. Is it encased,
You may,
Archangel Metatron?
you may repeat your question.
Sure. Can you please encase the draconian in its respective symbol that you have for it?
It has been done.
Thank you. Is there anything else that is coming up in the scan, Archangel Metatron, or do you think it's time for me to now speak with them, with the Anunnaki and with the draconian?
You may proceed.
Thank you. Archangel Metatron, do you suggest I speak with both of them together or as one consciousness, or should I speak with them separately?
The Anunnaki will speak to you very briefly. They understand they have been discovered, and they acknowledge that their termination will now be activated.
Are we going to help them to ascend, Archangel Metatron? Would they not like to positive polarize?
Yes, they have agreed.
Beautiful. May I speak with them now?
It has agreed.
It has agreed. Thank you. Would you like me to talk to it for a moment? Thank you, Archangel.
You may proceed, sister.
Thank you. Sorry about the overlap. It's the connection. So I'll just request Archangel Zadkiel once more to power up the shields for our electronic connections. Thank you, brother. If I may speak now, Smith, I may speak with the Anunnaki dragon form in the right line.
And need to do. I have been waiting here. I knew you were coming. So just finish what you must. What do you want to know?
Thank you very much for speaking with me. If I may ask you some quick questions and then we can aid you. Is that all right?
Be brief and be fast.
Thank you. Why is it that you attach yourself to her? What was the purpose?
Lifetime opportunities. Started out as a contract. It's no longer a contract. So I have been here for a very long time.
And have you been causing her any trouble in her lungs? Is that one of the reasons why she has lung problems?
Must I reveal that?
If you could, because then it will help her in her healing process, since she's housed you in her vessel for so long.
She's telling me that she deserves to know.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, I was the old one. I was the oldest one left. So I hid underneath the lungs so I wouldn't be found. And yes, I have been with you for a very long time. Your lungs were shriveling up because they were becoming as old as I. I want to go. I do not like that fire you send.
That fire is not for you. We will not be sending any Phoenix fire to you. We're only going to send you love light energies. And now what you can do is look for a spark of love light in you. Look for a spark of beautiful love light in you and start spreading it into all of you, every root, every cord, every essence of you.
I haven't seen light in eons.
We will send you love light. Archangel Michael, if you can please help this. Are you male or female?
Male.
Male, thank you. Archangel Michael, if you can please help this beautiful brother search for his love light, and the Legion of Light, if you can please send him love light so he can start expanding his love light into his essence. Every root, every cord. Tell me when you're all light.
Why do they shackle me?
This is not a shackle, brother. This is just to ensure that you are safe and protected as they transport you to a safe place to go. They will ensure you arrive at your destination safely and protected most beautifully with the love light of Source.
And where am I going?
Do you have a full body in her here, or are you a consciousness?
I have a full body. Would you like me to describe it to you?
If you have time, yes. We'd like to hear what you look like.
They're telling me if I tell you that they don't want me to lie. So I was going to tell you that I am 8 feet tall, but they are telling me to tell you the truth. So therefore, I am 12 feet tall. I have a very long tail. But I do have humanoid features. But my color is not like yours. I have the color of a lizard, like a Godzilla, or that thing you call Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
But my eyes are very human, and I do have claws. I have a very long torso.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling me we have no time.
Okay.
I must cut the conversation short.
All right.
That I must terminate the conversation.
Thank you, brother. No worries. Archangel Michael, if I may quickly, Archangel Metatron, if I may quickly speak with you, what dimension are you taking him to, since he wants to know?
Second dimension, sister.
Second?
Second dimension, sister.
Thank you very much, Archangel Metatron. Thank you, dear brother. That was your answer since you wanted to know which dimension you're going to. Archangel Michael and Archangel Azrael will safely take you to the second dimension, nicely protected. May the love and light of the universe always be with you. Blessings to you. Thank you.
Very good. Checking the second layer of her auric field. There is a piercing in the second layer that goes straight into her heart. It's just a piercing, but nonetheless, we have to close it.
Yes. Can you close it, Archangel Metatron?
Checking the third layer, yes.
Thank you.
Third layer is of light.
Beautiful.
Fourth layer, fifth layer, sixth layer, seventh layer. Very good. She is on the clear, sister.
She's clear. Beautiful. Archangel Metatron, if I may now speak with the Draconian before you leave, if you can just be around. Calling upon the Draconian in the crown, calling upon the energy of the Draconian in the crown now. Please come up. Greetings.
So I guess my time is up.
If you do allow for us to aid you today, this will be a beautiful, positive beginning for you. Would you choose that today?
Yes, I accept.
Thank you very much. If I may ask you a few questions.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Are you male or female?
I am very much male.
Thank you. And how and when did you arrive in her vessel?
I've been here for 5 years. And I go under the guise of the crown she wears.
Is that where you were hiding?
Yes.
How come you were seen today?
And how can I compete with all these masters in here? Because you asked the right question.
Thank you, brother. Well, we are here in love and light for you as we are in love and light for her as well. What have you been causing her so far that she can heal from now?
Headaches, which lately were increasing. Heat on the head. And every time that man you call Yeshua would stroke her hair, I would have to hide myself.
Have you been causing her the pumping in her left ear? The feeling that it would burst, like a nerve would burst? Have you been causing that to her?
So if I agree, does that mean, what does that mean if I agree?
We're trying to decipher and find out a root cause to one of the health issues that she has. And if you were the cause for it, it'll be a beautiful healing for her overall. And that's an aid that you'll be providing to her since you've housed in her vessel for so long, if you choose to share.
How does that help me?
It helps you, as I see it, as a growth for your soul, for something positive that you'd be doing for another soul. Since you're positive pole rising today anyways, would you like to gain the experience of that feeling when you help someone?
Smart answer, sister. I don't have a choice, so I must go. She, the vessel, is telling me that I have to take everything that is mine.
Yes. Start spreading that love light, brother. Start spreading that love light. If you need the aid of the archangels, Archangel Michael will help you right now with his Legion of Light, sending you love light. Please spread it into all of you, every root, every chord, every essence. And make sure you're all light. And make sure when you pull yourself off her vessel, you get all of you. So you want to be complete. You do not want to be incomplete when you move. Tell me when you're all light, brother.
It is done.
Thank you. And Archangel Metatron, would you be able to share what dimension you'll be taking him to? Archangel Metatron.
Third dimension.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. May the love and light of the universe be with you, dear brother. Blessings, and thank you for choosing to positive polarize. Thank you.
Scanning is complete.
Thank you. Archangel Metatron, I quickly want to go through the list of healings that we have as well. Would you allow that right now?
You may proceed, sister.
Thank you. I know that you've checked most of it. Is there any illness in her body that we can start healing today?
I am seeing an eye in the ether, watching in. So let's go ahead and shield.
Okay,
Vessel is doing the same.
thank you.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Can you check her for any illnesses that we can start healing now?
The blood is a little thicker than normal.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could stabilize that.
How do we do that, Archangel Metatron? Can we call on Raphael?
Very good. That has been done with the help of her galactic family.
Beautiful. Thank you. And was that the cause of high blood pressure in her?
That is correct.
Thank you. Is there any other suggestion for her so it does not return back to its thickness? We take care of the root cause. If there's anything physical or anything else that she's doing that's causing it.
She has to experiment with some kind of supplement that will dissolve the excess amount of impurities in her blood. Something that will purify and detoxify her blood. Something that will liquefy her blood. But she does not resort to medications.
She must not, you said, resort to medication?
Must not.
Okay, thank you. Can we?
We'll have to do research.
Yes.
And search alternative methods in order to liquefy and emulsify, if that makes any sense.
Yes, absolutely. Can you please help her? Maybe herself could help her find something organic and more natural, holistic?
She will find it.
Beautiful. Thank you. Can we check her vision?
We have removed the implant that was causing the excessive tearing. There was a minute amount of nerve damage when she suffered the Bell's palsy. The recuperation of the nerve is not yet at 100%. She is still at 98%.
Can we start healing that now?
Her galactic family has confirmed that she will gain 1 extra % within the next 6 months, but the remaining percentage will be gained in 2 years.
Thank you. Is there a reason why she cannot get all of it at one go?
The damage is organic, even if caused by an inorganic structure. But you must understand, even inorganic structures can alter the organic structure. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Can we check her for dental health? Teeth, gums?
You may fire Phoenix the lingering, residual, negative energies that were there at one point.
In her mouth?
Yes.
Okay, sending Phoenix fire to the mouth. Thank you. Are there any teeth that need to be regrown?
She has one growing now.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So we do not wish to add discomfort. She does not need that tooth, but because of the energy that she, let's say that she transpires through her body, that energy is causing that tissue growth.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Can we age regress her today? And if so, how many years does the higher self permit?
We can give her 5 years as approved.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and do that. Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Can we look at her chakras and ensure that they are unblocked and they're aligned correctly and are of the highest frequency that they're meant to be in these timelines for her? Thank you.
She is in the clear.
Beautiful. Archangel Metatron, I know that we have a lot of chakras in our feet as well. Can we all...
Yes, sister.
Sorry?
Confirmed. Yes, that has been taken care of.
Thank you. Can we open her third eye more today or sharpen it or anything we can do there for her third eye expansion?
Yes, that has been approved by her galactic family.
And what exactly are we doing today to her third eye?
It is being encoded throughout her DNA structure as well for kingness and her auditory as well. She is asking why, if this is done, then she will see more than she can handle, is her question.
Mm-hmm.
And the response to her is, you will not see more than what you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
You can handle more than what you think.
Mm-hmm.
She is responding, that was what I was afraid you would say.
Yes.
We may proceed.
Thank you. Can we have Hilal, Raphael, and Yashra please work on expanding her heart? And while we do so, can we start healing any trauma or any pain or lingering guilt, any other lower dimensional emotions and frequencies that might be residing in the heart from past lives or this life? Thank you.
Very well done, sister.
Thank you. Can we also check her auric field once more? Is it all clear and shining gloriously as it's meant to be?
Divine Mother is sending her light.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you, Mother. Thank you.
All has been confirmed.
Thank you.
All has been deemed as necessary.
Thank
The
you.
timing cannot be any more perfect. I am Divine Mother. I am Sophia. To you, Divine Mother, to creation. My love to both of you, sisters, for the work that you do is truly admirable, and it shall resonate among the stars and among all timelines. What you both are doing during this time. Shed no tears for foreign pain. Turn those tears into joyous moments and create loving and healing timelines for yourselves and for those of you wish all goodness to. My love to you both. I am Sophia.
Thank you, Mother Sophia. What a blessing it has been to connect with you today. We honor you, respect you, and love you, and are infinitely grateful for you and your existence and for creating us. Thank you, Mother. We'd be more than happy to be your channel today to healing for the collective, especially for the children, Mother. Thank you. You may feel free to use our vessels for that. Thank you. Archangel Metatron.
You may proceed, sister.
Thank you. If we can quickly check her once more for negative cords and negative implants, hooks, portals, negative technology, or wires, please.
She has a hook on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't say it's much, it's more like a cord.
What color is the cord, Archangel Metatron?
It is brown.
Brown.
And it is about 6 inches thick.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
You said very old?
Yes.
Okay. Why is there a hook attached to it, Archangel Metatron?
That is a divine question and very well asked. Because of the age of the cord, there have been multiple lifetimes of these souls Multiple lifetimes equals strife, dependence, anything that has not been created out of love, unconditional love. That is why this cord has a hook attached to its end, and that hook is attached to her etheric field. What I am trying to say is that this cord is not even attached to her organic structure. She has found a way to dematerialize herself from this cord.
What can we do today with the higher self's permission to this hook and this cord in its most organic form?
The contract between them is not over. If we remove the hook, the contract will go into risk of dissolution.
Hmm.
The lessons here to be learned, the acknowledgement has been all one-sided. With acknowledgement comes freedom. Therefore, such freedom currently pertains to her. Therefore, that is why the hook.
To maintain her positive timelines, are we to today organically move the cord to another place?
What we can do is call in the higher self
Mhm.
of the one that holds the cord. Explain the characteristics of such cord which are currently not healthy
Mhm.
and not in agreement to the terms that they agreed upon originally.
Mhm.
We will do that now.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. What I meant to ask you was, can you call in the higher self and involve in bringing everything to its organic nature? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. I'll wait. Thank you.
Very good. The agreement is now a new one. The hook has been removed from the cord. The cord was not severed, but it was retracted and returned with understanding that it has the full ability to extend existing cord. However, if this vessel does not agree in receiving the cord, shall retract attachment and has come to terms to establish a new relationship with this vessel where new communication shall be attempted with the goal of bringing light to the relationship. There is an acceptance and an acknowledgement. This is only an attempt, and this will not guarantee, nor it is a contract of any form or way or manner, but simply in agreement, out of love, there is acceptance of both parts.
Beautiful.
That the relationship will be amicable and loving as long as it honors each other and both.
Beautiful.
You may proceed.
Thank you. And do we have to send love light to the cord to change the color from brown to anything more lively?
What color would you suggest, sister?
A source love light or pure white source love light. Because source love light is a common love light that we all carry. What do you think?
Completely agreed, and it has been done.
Thank you.
The cord is still there, not attached to her, but the cord still exists in the ether, but it is full light, full divine, beautiful light.
Beautiful. Thank you. May I request now Archangel Raphael and Jesus Yeshua to work on her DNA to unintegrate any false negative fractals and to bring it back to its organic blueprint, please? While they're doing that, Archangel Metatron, can we also speak with Archangel Michael and see if we need to recover any fragmented souls for her today?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Her DNA?
To recode her DNA, We must bring in her galactic family, but we will use the alchemy symbols of sacred geometry.
Mhm. Thank you.
Very well done, sister.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Thank you. And greetings and welcome to the Arcturians for being here. Thank you for being here. Love you all. Thank you.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Would Archangel Michael and Hilal and Hierophant suggest any bringing back any fragmented souls of hers to reintegrate within her?
With love and with forgiveness and acceptance, it has been done. It has been completed.
Thank you. And how many souls fragments did we recover today?
There are a total of 5 completely different timelines and completely different lifetimes. One of those also had the illness that was in her lung. These fragments all pertained to the being that was removed, that was polarized from her lung.
Thank you. And as we do so, since we're bringing back the fragment from the life that we saw of the doctor would now really enjoy the fulfillment of being a holistic healer now through her. Beautiful. I love that. Are there any traumas or any grief that we can heal now from her current or past life?
There's the trauma of suicide. There's the trauma being burned. There's the trauma of drowning. There's the trauma of being burned again.
Shall we start healing them?
Yes.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. Archangel Metatron, while we do that, I'm quickly going to go through her list of questions because she had a few questions related to healing, if I may, before we call in Lilith once more.
You may, but she will not make it past the 7th question.
Is she tired?
That is correct. That has been confirmed.
Okay. Can I quickly go through it then in that case? Make it really fast?
You may begin.
Thank you, Archangel Metatron. The first question was regarding her lung disease, her chest x-rays, wheezing caused by milk, and disorders of the breath and lungs. Is that something that is being healed today? Is anything more that you want to share about that? Lilith, on you.
I am Lilith. She should not drink milk. It does her body no good. We all know she struggles with the things she chooses to eat. She has improved and is improving day by day. It is her full intention to conquer this battle. She must stay on the path that she's on, limiting herself and watching what she eats. It will be a slow process, but she will get there. And this we affirm. You may proceed to the next question.
Thank you, Lilith. I've scanned her questions to make sure I ask the most important ones. The next question is about Avatar. Can you list the lessons I have yet to learn in order to release all karmic timelines and thus bring about integration of my timeline souls and higher selves with my avatar? And then she also wants to know, what is an avatar?
Inquisitive mind. In this lifetime, you are my avatar and I am yours. In regards to the lessons you have to learn, the lessons go by timeline. Each timeline, you check off a series of lessons that you have signed up for. Currently, right now, you are learning compassion. Compassion being acceptance of others. You are also learning the lesson of self-forgiveness, which aids in the trauma of guilt experienced from other lifetimes. Believe it or not, there is another lesson called awakening. Why do you call it a lesson? Awakening is not a lesson. However, it does bring teachings, and experiences. The term lesson is something you humans titled as if a lesson only brings negative connotations. Therefore, you did not sign up for lessons. You signed up for experiences.
Mm.
Expansion is the next experience that you have signed up for. And that is the objective to your mission in this time. Expansion of the soul, expansion of the spirit, so that you may engulf and unify all the souls that have been fractalized by your divine creation. I hope that has answered your question.
Most beautifully, Lilith. Yes, you have. If I may ask, she wanted to know, what is an avatar?
The avatar is the expression of the spirit. Some of you, still in the process of learning, would call it the soul, expression of the soul. But the avatar is the expression, the divine expression of the spirit with its full intention and its full capabilities and knowledge of the experiences that it signed up for during a specific lifetime.
Mm.
She does not understand the response, so she will listen to the recording and she will understand it.
Yes.
If she doesn't understand it today, she will understand it later in the future.
Thank you. We shall have a discussion about this, her and I. um, since you said that she is an avatar of you and you're an avatar of her, can you clarify, does that also mean it's the same as a walk-in? Has she had a walk-in of you or by you?
She has had the walk-in. Avatars come in precise moments when the person is ready to ascend into the next experience. I rather call it experience, not lesson.
Yes.
Many times, the walk-in can be induced by an experience, but the walk-in may be in agreement that during a specific timeline, during the person's lifetime, they may make their appearance in order to move the vessel, their soul, and their spirit to the next ascension level. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely it does. Thank you. Beautiful. And are you able to share right now when did she have her walk-in?
4 years ago, to be exact.
5?
4.
4. Okay. Thank you, Lilith. Thank you. She felt while she was painting Metatron's painting lately, Archangel Metatron's painting, she felt that something happened and expanded in her, post which she feels that her creation has
That has been confirmed, yes.
okay. Thank you, Lilith. Can we take one more question?
Yes.
Thank you, Lilith. And this is in her words. I would like to know if the angelic revelations during readings and sessions really come from the galactic races like Arcturians, Avians, Andromedans, and Lyrans. Who is actually doing the healings? Is it these races or is it our angelic team? Why is not more credit given to the angelics and instead to the galactic races? Why is this separation? Can you explain?
It is the beginning. You are still living in a time where separation is still glorified. As you know, as you can see, and as you can witness, the division in your society is very much encouraged. Therefore, such separation is deemed as necessary by other constituents. Now, for your healers, it all relies on the belief system of such. If the healer believes that the healing comes from the galactic race, then it shall be it. If the healer relies on the angelic force, then that is what will take place. As healers, everyone on earth has access to the healing chambers to the healing frequencies, to the healing thoughts, as it all comes from the good intended heart. That is the basis. That is the foundation. Regardless of what tool is used, the galactic races are there. They have offered their help. Some healers will depend upon it. Other healers will rely on us. The important thing is to help the humans, their souls, their fractals, to get from point A to point B, even if it's one step at a time. Much growth has occurred, even though it feels like chaos, but much consciousness, awareness is increasing. Therefore, you should rejoice, because the battle has been won. However, the war remains, but the battle has been won. So feel triumphant in your glories. Have we finished?
Yes, Lilith, those are the questions. Is there anything else? Thank you for sharing that. Everything you speak, every word, every frequency is enlightening for us. Thank you, Lilith. Each one of her sessions have been enlightening for us. Is there anything else that you'd like to share before you go, before I bring her out?
Tell her I will wait patiently when it's my turn to be shown onto the world through her art. I will write myself down on the waiting list as to.
How about she do her self painting for herself?
She started. I got her going.
Yes.
But she has me on the back burner, as you call it. So I patiently wait. I want to thank all of you, every single one of you, for being here today and concluding this, again, magnificent and very, very thorough healing session. Her questions are never ending.
Mm-hmm.
We answered 10 for her today. She already has 3. That's my nature in her.
Yes.
A special greeting to my sister Kalima.
Mm-hmm.
We have danced and rejoiced
Yes.
in glory and in joy for this beautiful union. The energy is so profound. It is just simply magical and very transmutational, in fact, for this vessel. I remain. I am Lilith. I rise from the ashes. My love to you, always.
Thank you, Lilith. I love you infinitely. I love all my interactions with you. I learn immensely from you every single day. Thank you. I shall bring her out now. Thank you.